Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I know I'm late. I finally watched The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I know I'm late. I am real late. It's not even funny how late I am. Basically, if you don't know about The Mandalorian, it's basically the Star Wars series. And the thing that I love about it, was the heart. And it wasn't just based on, the thing I loved about it is it was character development. It wasn't just about the Mandalorian. It was about the people around him, the kid. I love the kid. Gober or whatever his name was. I probably messed that up. But it had a lot of heart. It made you think about the old Star Wars. You know, it made you feel like, man, this is something I could get on board with. And the thing that I loved about it was that it showed a soft side to the Mandalorian. Because all the Mandalorians are usually cold-hearted and they're straight to the point. They don't have time for all that catching feelings and everything. They basically got to get in, get out. You know, sort of like a pimp or a player, as you would say, if you know what I'm talking about. But how it starts off to me is the story is what I love the most about Star Wars is story. The story is so beautiful that you can follow along. You could come in any part of the series and it feels like, man, your first time watching it. And it's beautiful how they skip from scene to scene, how they transitioned, what I want to say, from episode to episode was very well thought out. And I couldn't expect nothing less from Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau is a very good director. I think producer, excuse me. He's I believe he's the producer. He was a director. The characters, of course, the Star Wars is based on George Lucas, but I'm not going to basically tell you guys the series because I really don't want to tell you the series. My guy was Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon was so smooth, and the only thing I was mad about was they always gotta have a black man play the villain or play the con artist. We never could get the lead role. Like, we never can be the center of attention, but that's another story. I'll talk about that later. I don't want to take away from how great this series was, and I mean how it has been. It's been great. I mean, everything, but Moff Gideon was my guy. He always thought 2 or 3 steps ahead, sometimes 10. And that's something that I love, especially the scene where he fought the Mandalorian at the end. It had a lot of context to it because he was thinking ahead about his competition, which was the other Mandalorian, how he knew in his mind, I could stick this to her. But you know, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want everyone to be spoiled by it because some people may not have seen it. But Moff Gideon, who was played by Giancarlo Esposito, he's a great actor. I love him in the movies that he's played in and everything. He's played in a lot of movies. He was in let me see. So you guys, he was in Do the Right Thing. He was in The Boys. He played in, I'm trying to give you guys a movie that you guys can, he was in Trading Places. He was in Last Holiday. He's a very, very underrated actor. And he's always been underrated, you know, especially in his depiction of characters, you know, very strong. When he steps in there, he basically, you know, demands, how do I say, he demands attention. And I also like Carl Weathers in it. Carl Weathers was good as well. The guy who played the Mandalorian, he was fantastic. Pedro Pascal, he was great. One of the girls, I'm trying to find her. She was so fine. She was one of the Mandalorians. Man, I would get at her right now. I'm trying to see, was it her? Yeah, she was one of them, man. She's older, but she'll get the business. Ming Na Wen? Yeah, Ming Na Wen to get the business. Quick, she was the assassin. She was the assassin and everything. Yeah, she was the assassin in there. I believe that was her. I'm not sure, man, but it was that other Mandalorian. She was tag teaming with the other chick. Man, she was bad. But I'm all off topic. But what it showed was heart. It showed a lot of heart. It showed something that the movie didn't have. The movie centered around Ren. And that's the thing about it. In all the Star Wars movies that we've seen, all the characters the story was very developed, except for the, hold on. You know, except for the when they did Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. 1 I thought was good. It was just too long, and they could have cut some scenes. Part 2 was just garbage to me. Star Wars Episode 2 was not that good to me. I felt like they rushed the story. Everything was just thrown together too fast. I felt like they rushed that movie. Part 3 was okay. The Anakin and the and Obi-Wan fight, you know, that was good and all. It was okay. I mean, but it wasn't nothing that had me like, yay, you know, jumping out, you know, my seat. The Force Awakens was good. The second one I thought was underrated. I liked it. The second one, the Star Wars made. I can't think of the name. I think it was, what was it called? Hold on, let me see something. I'm unprepared. I apologize, y'all. Let's see. It wasn't Force. What was the second one called? I'm messing up. Yeah, The Last Jedi. That was my favorite one. The Last Jedi was raw. I felt that set up for part 3 to be great, and part 3 just fell into the pan, and it was weak to me. But The Last Jedi was great. I love The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi was raw. And then the thing I liked about The Mandalorian, he kept his damn mask on. For some reason, Kylo Ren, they did not want him to keep his mask on. And that's what, to me, hurt the Star Wars series. That's what hurt it. That's the thing I liked about it. The only times that he took his mask off were at 3 parts of the movie, which were very intricate. When he took his mask off the first time when he got healed. And then the second time he took his mask off when they were infiltrating a base to get the information on where to find this ship. And then I like the last one that he had a moment with the kid, with the baby Yoda, man. That was very intricate to me, and that's what made it great, was the heart. You saw in his eyes, and everyone around him, their eyes, they were sad because this is what they fought for. They've been around him. Even if they were a foe at the beginning, they fell in love with the kid because the kid was going to change everything. The kid is basically going to change things and be a powerful whatever one day, a Jedi or whatever it decides to be. To me, I wish it could have been in between, not a Jedi nor a Sith. It could have had all that power in between and strong, and it could be able to do what it wants to do. But the series was great, man. I mean, that was lacking in the films. Force Awakens and Last Jedi to me were great. The Rise of Skywalker was garbage. I'm sorry. People are gonna be like, man, Rise of Skywalker was garbage. Last Jedi and Force Awakens was great. I liked the Last Jedi. Last Jedi was my favorite one of the three. And I felt like on Last Jedi, it was focusing on the characters more. It was focusing on the story. Whereas Rise of Skywalker, it just focused on how we can make Ren better or something. And let's just focus on Ren. And to me, that's not what the Jedi that's not what Star Wars is about. Star Wars is about characters you learn about. You know, we learn about these characters. Kylo Ren, to me, if he would have did like the Mandalorian and kept the mask on, it would have made Star Wars better than what it was, because you would have been intrigued. That's the thing we loved about Darth Vader, is his mask. His mask is what we love. We didn't care who the guy was under the mask. We didn't see the real him until at the end. That's what made it great. And they got it right. And I applaud them. I applaud this series. This series gets to me 4 stars out of 4. It gets 4 out of 4. It's incredible. I'm about to go watch it again after I catch up on some of these games. I haven't watched any sports really. I'm gonna try to do a live this weekend. I'm on a recap of some of the games and some of the things I see. But it was great, man. I love how it was put together. And Jon Favreau, man, he has vision. He has a lot of vision. And I give it to him. You know, he knew what he wanted. He did what he was supposed to. He built it around character. You know, and that's something that we don't really see a lot. You know, is the character. And usually, you know, character, sometimes people want to just focus on stars or one person. And it's like, you don't want to just focus on one person at all. You know, you want to focus on what the cast brings. You want to learn something. You learn something about all the characters. You learn something about the one guy. At first, he was he was with the gang and everything earlier, and he got arrested because the Mandalorian put him there. There was a little story arc about him. It was a backstory on him that was very intriguing. You got to learn, you got to see his emotions. That's the thing I love about it. Everybody had a story. Everybody had a backstory about themselves. The character development was amazing. And I hope the next Star Wars movie, they focus on this, because if you focus on this, you will be fine. I'm telling you, Star Wars will come back and it will be great. Because me, I'm more of a Star Trek guy. I grew up on Kirk. I didn't like how they butchered that series by making Spock like the head guy. I'm going to get my rant on that one later. But I give it 4 stars out of 4. You guys need to see this series. Whenever you can, man, watch this series. This series is great. It has you intrigued, and sometimes you forget that any other games or anything is on. So thank you for listening, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming content. And I'm gonna probably pump out some more videos today. Be on the lookout. And guys, thank you for your support, man. We're gonna continue to grow. We're going to continue to be here. And if you want to donate to the page, you could cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, and is HDIITV, and the name by it is Harry, Harry. And thank you for listening, man. We are out.